सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विनावुभौ आधत्तां पुष्करस्रजाः आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमधो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांति. Hearty fraternal greetings and good wishes to all the brothers and sisters who are relating to this program. As informed to you earlier, I have circulated certain information in relation to identity of the soul as contained in treatise on cosmic fire. I will just read it out to you to feel assured that each one of us for all times to come do exist with our identity in different states. Our identity is ensured even in the pralaya. We remain in the bosom of the cosmic being and we release ourselves when the creation comes out. Master Jwalkul in the book treated on cosmic fire gave us certain information which I wish to share. Of one thing we can be sure, that is, that identity ever remains. Each one of us, in due process of evolution, forms part of one of the heavenly men, who themselves form the 7 centers in that great heavenly man, the Logos. Yet, though we are merged with the whole, we do not lose our identity, but forever remain separated units of consciousness. Though one with all that lives or is, in like manner, our Logos loses not his identity, even though he forms part of the consciousness of the Logos of Sirius. In his turn, the Syrian Logos forms part of the 7 great heavenly men, who are the centers in the body of the one of whom we may not be able to say anything. We should know that eventually each one of us, according to our soul quality, attain firstly the soul consciousness. The soul consciousness is what we are trying to regain through all our practices. The soul consciousness that we are is called I am. And the soul develops its personality and conducts itself on the planet. Once we function as soul, we form part of one of the seven streams of beings, holding our identity as soul, not as personality. And like there are seven streams of the souls, representing the seven spheres. So all these streams, they merge, yet we retain our identity, and the seven streams representing the seven wise men and seven seers, their identity is also retained. They form part of the seven centers of the one cosmic person, and that one person in whom all the seven streams consisting of seven spheres, and each of these spheres containing the seven ray qualities of all the beings that we are. That's how the whole identity is always retained. Though in a wall that we have like this, a brick joins and becomes part of the wall. And it seems to be one wall each side. But in that one wall there are the individual bricks joining. So transforming ourselves as big bricks is trying to become a regular shape from being an irregular shape. On account of the personalities that we have, we tend to gain irregular shapes and become a square peg in a round hole, or a round peg in a square hole. We don't fit in. Once we shape up our personality and then ensure that we become soul-infused personalities, we get the right proportion, right shape. That is what we call shaping up the brick. An irregular stone is shaped into a brick. Thereafter, the brick becomes part of a temple which has seven different walls, let us say. Temple has, let us say, seven walls, and each wall has in it a brick, and each one of us is a brick. So the brick identity is there merged into the wall identity. The wall identity is also joins the temple identity, and then there is a temple at the planetary level, a temple at the solar level, a temple at the cosmic level. Altogether becomes a universal temple. So however much the whole integration happens, individual identity at all times is assured. This is what Master Jwalkur informs us through his teachings via Madam Bailey. So we are all small parts, like small I ams. We join the I am that forms our logos, that is Sanat Kumara or Shambhala, in relation to planetary consciousness. And then thereafter it gets into Sirius, where you have seven wise men representing the seven centers. So that's where you have the cosmic person. So our journey is from being individual human beings, we are trying to gain soul consciousness, gradually overcoming our separative consciousness as with our nationality, with our locality, with our racial differences. All these differences when they are all removed, what is common between us is these souls, human brotherhood. So these souls together, they get into, when you gain a greater soul identity, you tend more and more towards Shambhala. And those who gather in Shambhala, they are transmigrated to Sirius. And in Sirius there is a solar person. Here we have planetary logos. There we have the solar logos and cosmic logos. And from Sirius you get into a center relating to the cosmic person in Sirius. That is what Master Jwalkul is informing us. This is information which cannot be realized at the moment. Though we directly think of God and the Absolute and Brahman and all that, there is a gradual evolution by which we experience all these stages. Firstly, we have to experience Shambhala consciousness on this planet, joining the Kumara. And the Kumara migrates all the souls to Sirius. This is the work which is represented by Master CV essentially in this cycle and is being conducted by Sanat Kumara with the help of hierarchy, and we are all being transmigrated. Gradually, the idea is to lead us to Sirius. That's why a lot is revealed about Sirius in recent times, though it is there in Puranas from ancient most times. I once again read out to you, identity is the heading. Of one thing we can be sure, that it is, that identity ever remains, that the individual soul identity it ever remains. Each one of us, in due process of evolution, forms part of one of the heavenly men. The heavenly men are 7. They are called the 7 seers. The great bear, we say it. So each one of us will form part of one of the heavenly men according to our soul quality. There are 7 seers, and we all came through those 7 seers only when we came out. It is what we always trace through our what we call family dynasty. We are all born to the beings are born to the 7 seers who function as Prajapatis and bring out all these beings. So therefore we once again go and join these 7 seers whom we call the 7 rishis. So each one of us, in due process of evolution, form part of one of the heavenly men, who themselves form the 7 centers in that great heavenly man. The 7 seers, representing the great bear, are the 7 principles. They form part of the great heavenly man, whom we call the Logos. Yet, though we are merged with the whole, we do not lose our identity. Though we merged in the whole, we do not lose our identity, and our identity forever remains as separated units of consciousness, though one with all that lives and is. We become one with all that lives, that breathes. We see the brotherhood of all the beings and universal brotherhood. That is what we say. In the universal brotherhood, each one of us have our identity and also the identity of the brotherhood. This concept of brotherhood, it extends up to the universality. In like manner, our Logos loses not his identity even though he forms part of the consciousness of the Logos of Sirius. In his turn, the Syrian Logos forms part of the grand heavenly men, and who are the centers in the body of the one of whom not may be said. So there are this gradual evolution that keeps taking place. Our immediate step is to gain the status of being souls who are eternal. That is the first step. Once you gain the that each one of us is a pulsating consciousness, eternally there at all times. We may be at the planetary level, we may be at the solar level, we may be at the cosmic level, or we may be one with the cosmic person. That's the beauty of experiencing the bliss. The bliss is when you join the greater pool of consciousness. So when you join each individual unit, it joins a greater stream. You don't lose your identity. You form part of it and experience a better state of awareness. That's where the whole theme makes you feel extremely fulfilled. 3 times you are fulfilled. Once you gain soul consciousness, it's a state of bliss. Then you gain the planetary Logos consciousness. It is still more a bliss. Then the solar Logos consciousness, it is still more a bliss. And the 3 Logos forming into one consciousness as one Logos, it is the ultimate bliss. So there is the Brahman taking into 3 Logos, and to the 3 Logos, the 7 centers forming, and through 7 centers, 7 states of souls taking place, 7 streams coming out, and all this is once again unifying into one unit, one universal consciousness, yet retaining your individual consciousness. That's where the beauty is, that the bliss is 3 times experienced. That's why it is said to be thrice blissful. Thrice blissful because until you join the Absolute, even in the Absolute, when you come out of the Absolute once again into the creation, you come back with knowledge. And whatever knowledge is gained, it is always with you, and that makes you experience each time every evolution in a much better fashion. So this is what I have been telling you to inform you. This I have seen long ago in the book of Master Jwalkol. Then I have noted it. I thought I should relate it to you. And this caption, identity, is specifically some subjects have been taken out from the teachings of Master Jwalkol. And they prepared a book called Ponder on This. Ponder on This. In the book Ponder on This, you will directly find whatever I have said here. And this part exists in the book on Treatise on Cosmic Fire. The Puranas speak of the eternity of souls and the eternity of God. The God is eternal, so also the souls are eternal. They come out of the divinity in different states of awareness or existence according to their state of evolution, and thereafter they gradually work out to get into their original identity. In the process they join 7 streams, and all the 7 streams join in the cosmic person, and the cosmic person is the second Logos, and the second Logos also merges with the first and third Logos at the highest point. So it's one becoming many and many becoming one. That's the whole theme. So in the whole theme, the beauty is we retain this I am consciousness. So we speak of Sunat Kumara as the I am consciousness relating to this planet. On it, all planetary beings on this earth, they are part of him. Just like as I say, when you speak of one state of awareness like Sanat Kumara, all the planetary beings on this planet, they join him as bricks, part of the whole. And then he joins the Sirius system where he joins one of the 7 seers. And then the 7 seers join together to form the cosmic person. It's a matter of ideation. And what happens to all of us when we join Samat Kumara is, we take to pure buddhi consciousness, which is but part of the light of the soul. Thereafter you get into higher evolution. So the evolution happens within the 7 centers in us also. As we go up to the Bro center, you are already with Shambhala, even in the higher centers in you. You have the connections to the higher systems in us. So everything is thus connected. In man, you find all the 7 centers and you can find your evolution in your own being, taking to higher states of awareness. The whole practice is in relation to Antakarana only, nothing in relation to Bahikaranas. And it's only for those who try to live by Antakarana. Antakarana means the God consciousness in you, the soul consciousness in you, they are bridged. Then you have the light of the soul shining forth, and in that light you function with the help of the mind in the outer world. So that's why Antakarana Sarira has to be built, without which nothing can be done. Only a grand vision is given sometimes in the books, just to give us how beautiful the whole system is and how are we to progress to get into those blissful states which are considered to be totally the kind of the happiness that we think of deriving in the outer world is insignificant compared to the joy and the bliss that you enjoy when you realize the soul dimension relating to you. And then this soul takes to planetary level, solar level and conscious level, cosmic level, and as it takes to these dimensions, it merges into greater being of the universe. So that's how the whole scheme is. In that scheme, one of the Kumaras has taken the responsibility to relate to us and to ensure that we move on. That's where Shambhala is. When we speak of Shambhala, when we speak of Sanat Kumara, what a stupendous work that this great being, who is the head of our planet, has undertaken thousands of years ago. It's not very recently. When the creation is formed, all these are formed. So we have to gain that dimension and feel extremely respectful, worshipful of these great beings. And these dimensions, when they are opened in us, we tend to be much more reverential, much more worshipful, much more responsible, and make sure that we become part of the whole thing, not remain as stray stones here and there. See, there are so many stray stones here and there, but the stone which allows itself to be cut into regular shape, and when that stone joins a temple, the purpose of the stone is better fulfilled. An irregular stone, when it takes to an orderly form and then forms part of a temple, its purpose is well served. So also each one of us, as individual units, pursuing the personality lives, are like the stray, like the prodigal sons who are lost here and there, and they have to be brought back into regular shape by discipleship and they have to be formed into regular form, gain their original originality or naturality or normality as against the abnormality and unnatural psyche that we develop. They have to be pruned, cut to size. We have to be pruned like in a garden. And then the gardener does it. And there is a guard for the garden. There is a guard, a guardian and a gardener. All those whom we think as the masters of wisdom, they are regularly engaged in gardening the beings to make sure that we fit into the temple. Once we form part of the temple, your purpose is served. Because you are serving the whole temple. You have become part of the temple, and the temple serves the whole planetary system. That's why there are temples at the planetary level, at this solar level and at the cosmic level. Joining the temple is what we are generally informed. For that we try to shape up ourselves in a ancient, due and ancient form. We have to get back to our natural, original state of being. For that, Sanat Kumara, with his 7 years on the planet, he continues to work for it. And that is what is being, we are trying to relate to him unto the hierarchy. Relating to Shambhala and to hierarchy is only to shape up ourselves.